The Bulldogs at home for this all-important clash against North Sydney. Terry Lamb to lead Canterbury out there. Right behind him, Paul Langmack, who tonight plays his 200th game for the Canterbury club. They've got to get back on track. They were once competition leaders in the Winfield Cup. Langmack becomes the quickest player in the club's history to make that 200 mark. Terry Lamb, how they've lost him, or missed him, I should say. The best player in this lineup.
And they start this match again without their captain, Tony Ray. Pat Jarvis will lead the side once more, as he did against Canberra last weekend. And they'll certainly be looking for a much improved performance. They were flat. They just had no answer to the Canberra side last weekend. So, as Ryan points out, it's as crucial for Norths as it is for Canterbury, particularly in view of the matches they have to follow. Belmore Sports Ground is the venue for this and Friday night football on an evening that by Park standard is balmy.
Bill Harrigan to take control. Chris Anderson, piece of gum that might get him through 80 minutes rather nervously. Bill Harrigan gets us underway. Down for Farah. I'll be looking for a huge game from him as well. I just wonder, he moved Floro to 5'8" to take care of Lamb. That might take some of the pressure off Farah out wide. Robinson driven backwards a little. Brokenshire. Early penalty. Not getting off him quick enough for Bill Harrigan. Larson concedes that penalty to let Canterbury get out of their quarter. Farah to kick for touch. And I think it's an interesting one, Bill, to move Floro away from there. Do you think it might allow more scope for Farah?
It'll do two things. The first thing it'll do is it'll tighten up their defence against Terry Lamb. The second thing, Graham, is it'll give them a little bit more attack around the rucks. That's been sadly lacking.
Well, here's a different tactic from Canterbury, kicking straight away from the tap restart. It'll go too far. They were down there in big numbers to try and trap Conlon. The kick from Alshan. But now it comes back to the 22 for Norths. Jarvis. They were really put away by Canberra last week. Now there's a penalty just as quickly for them in possession against the Bulldogs inside the 5.
I think those two penalties so bright and early in the game indicate the pressure both sides are under. They're up very quickly trying to stop the opposition so early.
Real nervous time for both sides. Toole. Brokenshire over the top. Fairley. Probably the best of the ball players in this North Sydney pack. Larson. Camping themselves outside the Bulldogs' 22. Vile. Just grips 5 metres from dummy half. Billy Moore. Right up the middle. They're on their last tackle, Norths. Martin, midfield bomb, will come down 10 metres out. All the Bears go up for it. Touched up and taken by Langmack. Alshan. Both markers made sure that they trapped Alshan. They know about his tactics from running from dummy half. Clever play from Thomas. It looked as though he was going to lose the football then. Langmack. Normally, wherever he is, someone like Darren Smith will be trailing. Farah. Kick in away from Conlon on the angle. Away from the fullback. It just doesn't roll enough for Farah. Back out 40 metres and he bumped off Nissen. David Hall. Floro ran as a decoy blindside for Kiss. Right on halfway. Fairley. He's cocked the football up, but Canterbury couldn't take any advantage of it.
Yeah, let's have a look at these earlier matches that were played tonight. North Sydney have had come up with 2 wins. North Sydney 24, Canterbury 12 in the under-21s. And in reserve grade, a hard-fought game, North Sydney 12, Canterbury 6.
Alshan. Scrum screws around. A lot of changes to this Canterbury side. It's gone for a very solid-looking lineup with Alshan being moved into that half-back role. Gillespie. Busy week for him.
Yes, in that context too, he's playing in the front row tonight. I think that probably he'll run out of puff for a little while because the front row can be a very demanding position.
Brokenshire. Good pass back. Now Haggard. Langmack. Lamb. Beautiful short ball. Farah goes inside looking for it. First clean break from either side. A penalty against Farah and a chance at 2 points for Canterbury.
You know, just thinking he must be pretty pleased to be back too. It's a hell of a thing when you're injured and you can't get on the football field.
So Lamb, penalty shot is going to go to the left. So no score from Belmore, Canterbury and Norths. Norths are about 15 metres or so from the halfway mark. Bang, Thomas coming in over the top with a very effective hit. It's David Fairley who felt that. Now Florimo with a little kick and chase. Alchin is back there to clean it up. He can't clean it up properly though. Tackle can't restart as Florimo was able to snatch it just on the Canterbury 22, and trouble for the Bulldogs as Kiss gets to within 10 metres of the try line. Great opportunity now for North Sydney through Martin and Moore, and then Fairley. Conlon was back there. It's come back for Fairley. Inside is Jarvis. 12 metres away. Play on, said Harrigan.
Well, I think he should have given 6 tackles to North Sydney there. The ball was definitely dispossessed by one of the Canterbury players from Jarvis.
Now Toole only a few metres away. This is the last tackle for the Bears. Martin across for Florimo. Conlon came in. It's been picked up smartly by McGowan. Away for Billy Moore. Moore looking for support. Can't control the football. Canterbury come up with it.
Plenty of problems for Canterbury. Even more now. Larson. 2 metres away. North with another set of 6. Martin nearly through. Just hanging on, Canterbury putting some real urgency into their defence now. Switch of play, big numbers here, over the top. Larson out for Kiss. They get the try on the second set of 6 and he improves by about 15 metres.
Well, a smart try, but there's got to be a bit of a question mark over one of the passes in that little sequence. Well, watch the switch of play go out here. Fairly, that pass there looked a little bit forward to me. From Larson, it goes out to Kiss and Kiss scores. I'm just a bit concerned about that. The referee appeared to be in a very good position. I don't know, but maybe my eyes are going, but that certainly looked a little bit suspect to me. Now watch it. Well, I thought it was, but the referee has no doubt in the wide world. He's ruled that it was a fair try, and he's able to come around considerable distance, Kiss, and make the kick a little bit easier. So there's Les Kiss, age 25, a marketing manager, the scorer of the first try of the match.
Conlon finally settles. He's got the extra 2 points for a fine start for the Bears. They lead Canterbury at Belmore Sports Ground 6 points to 0.
This is going to be one against the feed. McPhail doing well for North Sydney. Now David Hall. With about 60 seconds or so remaining, North Sydney via Billy Moore desperately trying to put their second try on, and Moore's able to play it forward. Now they're only 32 metres out. It's across for Martin, and now for Florimo, and then McGowan. The defence up pretty quickly.
Egan tends to come back on the inside all the time. I'd like to see him test his pace out and try to go round his man rather than this business of constantly stepping back on the inside. There's a good kick. halfbacks play within a couple of metres of the line. Canterbury under a lot of pressure now on the basis of McPhail winning the last scrum. Can he win another one against the feed?
Half-time siren should be sounding any moment. Harrigan wants to scrum infield a little. Another one against the feed. Here's Martin. What an opportunity for the Bears. Floro will score.
Well, there you are. Talk of the devil. That's McPhail twice in succession has won a scrum against the feed. That's almost unheard of these days. There it was, the evidence of it. The ball goes straight out to Floro. At that moment in time, you could have just put about enough money on him scoring a try at odds on, because he was a lay-down misère, certainly to score with his bulk and strength from only 10 metres out, with the opposition having to stand back to the line. Now there's a clever pass, a good one. The big step off the left foot. Look, he's just left him in his wake. There's not even a hand been laid on him, and that's a very, very good try.
Well, Greg Floro, right on half-time, has been able to score the scaffolder. 23 years of age on our Nissan player profile.
Well, he certainly hung the Canterbury boys on that one.
He's time with it. No problems for Conlon. Wow, what a start and what a half for North Sydney. That is the half-time break as they leave the field. The North Sydney Bears leading Canterbury Bankstown 12-0. Just about on the halfway mark. Thomas with the restart for Brokenshire.
Well, I think that Canterbury have just reached the stage in the game when they've got to stop running one out. There's no point, absolutely no point. You know, if you're going to lose a game, you're going to lose by 12, 20 points. But you've got to go down in some sort of, making some sort of effort, and that means backing up the ball carriers.
Here's Langmack getting a pass back inside. It's gone to ground again. Lamb's able to pick it up. Here comes Farah. Farah on the 22. Has got support from Nissen. Nissen for Robinson for the corner try. So Canterbury at last have been able to string the passes together and finish up with a very fine try.
Yes, indeed, and that's a hell of a relief to everyone here, believe me, that see a side like Canterbury languishing and making and not being able to make a break, and suddenly they start to move the ball around, and it looked real good. That was Smith from a pass from Langmack making an inroad. It was an awful pass went out there, but it was got away, got onto Farah, swooped onto it there. Then it went out there to Nissen. Nissen went a little bit further, gave it on to Robinson, and Robinson's able to score a try. Langmack started it over the other side with a one-handed pass. It went low to Smith, but he was able to scoop it up. An awful pass there. Nonetheless, they were still moving forward, so let's keep on with it. Lamb knows the value of a loose pass. He got one quickly away to Farah. Farah out to Nissan. Nissan's looking for support. He finds it in the shape of Robinson. Robinson, with a long stretch, goes in and scores a try right in the corner.
So Mark Robinson on the Nissan player profile, the surveyor's field hand. Missed with his first shot. Very difficult shot for him, and it's to the right, so he can't add the extras. But North Sydney in the lead now by 12 points to 4. Is Canterbury on the way back?
Alshan, Gillies. He's lost the football. Another Canterbury penalty. Harrigan, somebody has had something to say. Warning from Harrigan about somebody. The next person that opens their mouth has gone again. Big penalty count against the Bears, 9-2. To put them in with a chance, he's got it. So they now know they can climb back with a converted try. It is 12-6, Norths over Canterbury.
Almost on the halfway mark. There can only be 30 seconds remaining, if that. Here's Haggett. Standing and offloading for Gillies. Across for Langmack. It's come back for Siegenkamp. Last tackle signal now for Canterbury. The siren is sounding. Lamb, well, he stopped the play. And that is the end of the football game. Lamb is rather surprised, to say the
Well,
least.
I'm surprised because the rules don't call for that sort of situation. The play has got to be allowed to proceed to the end. Now, obviously, he saw the kids coming over the fence, and that has been self-defeating because it's a Canterbury crowd, one would assume. So there's a long and hard lesson for the Canterbury crowd not to come over the fence, because your team, while the ball is still in play should be allowed to proceed, except you come over the fence and spoil it. Okay, North Sydney 12. Kiss and Floro scored tries. Conlon kicked 2 goals. Robinson scored the try for Canterbury Bankstown. Lamb kicked 1 goal. So 12 points to 6. North Sydney, the Bears, have come up successful against the Bulldogs.